Bum, bum. Good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Honest Hour. I believe this is now episode number 53 that we're on tonight. And tonight, my guest is a returning guest. He was on episode 4 back in March, and now he is back. He is a teacher, he is a fly dressing individual, whether it's in his suits or whether it's in his regular attire. He is a sneaker phenomenon. He's a sports fan. He's a brother, a son, a husband, and an all around good dude, my brother. And everyone should know Casey Woods, sneaker teacher. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? I love that intro. That intro was fire. You know what I mean? I felt like I'm on ESPN or something.
Listen, man, I can't even hold you. Like I learned that from Shannon Sharp. So his his introductions are top notch. So I try to just not so much mimic, but just get a little something, try and add it to the repertoire.
I love it.
Absolutely. So we gonna get right into this, right
Love
into
it.
this. And first of all, how's business going overall for sneaker teacher?
Yeah. Business is going great. I'm really grateful. It seems like every week my goal is to get 5 new clients every week. And I've been reaching that goal over the last 3 months, just having 5 new clients. So business is great. I try to, just do the best I can. So business is going pretty well right now. So I'm really happy.
Absolutely, man. My money flow starting to come together. I know
Yeah,
I've been saying it, but finances ain't been there. I'm coming for kicks.
I got you. And as sneaker teacher, we got a budget for everybody. The big people,
You
the
know,
small people, the people with 10 kids, the people with no kids. We got a budget for everyone. So you guys tap in.
absolutely. Absolutely. So I remember you, as anyone who doesn't know, this is my brother here, but I met this brother through his brother, who me and him have been close since middle school. Shout out to Chaz. Um, and I remember you guys are a close knit family. And he would always say to me growing up, when he'd be like, this time of year, he'd be like, you know how he is,
Yeah.
to go Christmas shopping. And then then he'd break down what he was gonna buy. He goes, Casey loves them sneakers and they're nice in 220.
Yeah. Expensive. You already know.
Yep. So the question is, where did you develop the love for sneakers? What age did that come about?
It came about real young, maybe 4 years old. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I'm a huge Jordan fan. And Jordans, my first ever shoe were the Bread 11s, the one that Jordan wore. And ever since then, I loved basketball. And ever since I got those Jordans at a young age, I just always loved sneakers. Real young, before there was even a term sneakerhead. So like probably like 4 years old, I still have the baby Jordan. So it's been a while. I'm 33, so it's been over 3 decades of doing this sneaker collecting stuff before I even got into business.
Right. That's just the love in general
Yeah.
of of sneakers.
Hmm.
So outside of sneakers, basketball or sports in a sense, because you do watch football and baseball as well. What were some of your other interests as you were growing up?
Yes. For me, like besides sports, I just like always shopping. To be honest, I was always into fashion. I like reading and writing, hence why I'm an English teacher now. And really was shopping, reading, and writing. Honestly, I wasn't one of those party kids that would be out in the club or be out partying, but I always just like looking good and trying to be as smart as I could. So I had at an early age, like even like around 8 years old, I just wanted to be as smart as I could and be as fly as I could. So my interest.
And I think also you growing up with your parents both being in the school district
Yeah.
as teachers and principals. Um, they definitely had an expectation,
For
so
sure.
to speak. So really, you guys weren't out on the streets. You weren't out in the city of Newburgh, doing things you weren't supposed to be doing or anywhere else.
Mm,
So you were, always about your studies. It kind of like they kind of like showed you a way to get to that point,
That
which has created the success that you all have now.
yes, that's the foundation for sure.
Definitely, definitely. So, what are some of your favorite sneakers?
I'm gonna show you right now. I'm in my sneaker room right now.
You was prepared for
Uh,
that question.
uh, my favorite sneakers, honestly, were like I told you, I'm a Bulls fan, so it was the one with the Bulls colorways. These mean a lot to me. These are the flu games, and obviously, if people don't know, this is the shoe that Jordan wore when he was sick and he dropped so many points against Utah.
38.
Yep. See the colorway. Like I said, I'm a Bulls fan, so these are some of my favorites. And again, keeping the Bulls colorway, the playoff 12s, and I have one more. Sorry, guys, I'm in my sneaker room. I really do this. And uh, these are my favorite. These are my favorite sneaker of all time, the Ferrari 14s. And this was inspired by Michael Jordan's favorite car, the Ferrari, which is a car I hope to. So these are my favorite shoes of all time. Yep.
Okay, okay, okay. And roughly, if you had to say, maybe you know the exact number, how many pairs do you own?
Own over 250. Yeah. And that's with me taking a break. Yeah,
That's what you want.
that's with me taking a break. Over 250 pairs.
And have you worn? Well, what were you gonna say?
I say, yeah, it used to be even more, but then I had to sell some to help pay for my house. But yeah, around 250 pair of sneakers.
And have you worn them all?
I have worn all of them except my row up here. Let me show my people.
Okay.
Wait, wait,
so
wait,
many kicks in that room.
I can't see. Is it showing?
Yeah, I can see some kicks. I see some red ones, some white ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm making sure it's showing. So these are the Back to Futures. I don't know. Hopefully, it's showing. Is it?
I can see the ones in the corner. They look like space shoes, kind of.
Yeah, these are Back to the Futures. These are Kanye's Red Octobers. These are shoes I don't wear. These are my rare shoes. These are the only shoes I haven't worn. Ray Allen 12s, Ray Allen 13s. So there's only been about 10 shoes I haven't worn. Anything else I have worn.
Wow. That's intense. Because because there are people like who are sneakerheads, and they say the same thing.
What you saying? I'm on live. He's gonna send it after. Yeah, so my wife.
Nah, it's all good. What up, sis? So when did you decide that you wanted to sell sneakers, and why did you decide that you wanted to sell them?
Yeah, man. So I had a turning point. I was with my brother, and this was in 2008, 2019. And I would get the sneakers the same way. Close that. I would get the sneakers the same way other people would get the sneakers. But one day I went to the mall. I wanted to get sneakers, and the employee lied to me and told me that there weren't any in stock. But I knew a lot of the managers at Finish Line. So he took me in the back room and he showed me how there were shoes in stock, but they were holding them for people. So after that, it motivated me because I said, you know what? I want to make sure I always have access to sneakers. I don't want to be, overcharged. So from that moment on, I said, you know what? I'm going to try and decide to start my own business. So that's what really prompted me to start my own business, just to get access for people to have sneakers. And at first, it just started as a hobby, to be honest. It was, just a little bit of sales and just people I knew to help them. But then over time, it started to grow and grow. And it started to bloviate into different states and everything. So that's what really motivated me, just to have access to sneakers. And a lot of people, contact me because they have instant access to sneakers that they want for, affordable prices.
Now, how difficult is it to acquire these sneakers? Because it seems like something that's not very seems like something that's not very easy to do.
It's not.
You know.
Oh, it does. Thank you. Make sure you text me back after. Okay. My wife, she had to be nosy and see what's going on. But
Shout out to her.
It's not easy. Not especially for the prices I give. I keep the prices at retail. Anyone who knows the sneaker game knows sometimes people could charge up to $350 to $400 for a pair. I try to keep my shoes right at retail pricing. So it's definitely not easy. It's a lot I have to do. Different vendors, different people, different states, sometimes even different countries to get access to sneakers. So it definitely is a process, which is why I try to tell people to be patient. And that was a struggle I had initially, because my business, they have to send the money first and then wait. And a lot of people, this is an instant gratification society where everyone wants something immediate. So that was my biggest starting the business at first. People sending me money and then waiting and understanding that it's not on hand. You just have to trust me that I'm going to deliver the sneaker. So it's very difficult.
And it's one of those things where that's hard. Because, okay, you are paying for a service or a or a good, good. So now I'm giving this guy, someone who don't know you, guy 200, and now I gotta wait for him to give me the sneaker, and not understanding all that, but yet, like it's weird. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining. I know what I want to say, but I don't know how I want to say it. Right? Like, I'm giving it to you. I trusted you with this, but now I don't have my sneaker in a timely manner that I think I should have it.
Yeah.
So how did you, because it's hard to build that reputation.
Yes, good. That's good.
Right? It's hard to build that reputation. So how was it that you were able to do that, considering that's hard to say, okay, you got to give me all the money up front, because the other thing is, now, let's say you ordered a sneaker, you've paid for it out of your pocket, and then they decide they don't want it.
Yeah.
Now you've lost whatever the price of that sneaker was. So how hard was it for you to really build that reputation?
It was hard, man. Like I said, I started the business in 2019, and I honestly, it really didn't start taking off to 2021. But I honestly would just have people, like, for example, you're a very trustworthy person. I usually have my friends started off with me, people that trusted me, and send the money. And then from that, it would be word of mouth. So example, Mike Williams, Casey, sneaker teacher, he's great, order from him. And then it became an octopus effect where, that first time was very difficult, but once the trust was there, it was just really word of mouth that really got me through. And then I started to be even more professional by having policies and endorsements, and it really took off. But it really started with word of mouth. So that's why I never forget where I came from. I always appreciate my first time clients from the beginning, before I was known as sneaker teacher, because they really helped me, build my brand and build my reputation.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's hard when you're building something.
Sometimes, and that's just the minimum amount. Sometimes, there's people that send me $2,000 at a time. There's people that send me $1,000 at a time. So, it, for me, honestly, the fact that I'm a teacher, has helped me a lot. Just the fact that I'm a teacher. because there could be someone that doesn't know me, but the fact that I'm a real teacher, I'm posting with kids, and I'm actually, a real teacher, it really helps my reputation to let the client know that, although there are people that still could scam, he's a teacher of 10 years. He has a career. I doubt he's going to be a scammer and just take my money. So the fact that I'm actually a real teacher in real life and I do this on the side has really, helped my brand, to be honest.
Well, and I think it does a lot. Like, okay, I went to this rap battle a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a gentleman there by the name of James C.B. Gray, kind of dressed down, not like dressed down, but he had like the typical outside look. If you're from, it was in Brooklyn, from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Big coat, hoodie, jeans, couple chains, rings. Then so we exchanged info. He's gonna come on the show down the road, and then I go and I start looking through his socials. My man's in a nice suit.
Yes.
Cleaned up. He was on the Breakfast Club talking about a hip hop fraternity that he helped found and that he's like the CEO of. Mm-hmm. So then he posts that saying, I'm not just I'm not always just wearing a suit. I also can do this. So the point I'm making is you have to be able to play a unilateral role to where you can be appealing to different audiences.
Yes, of course.
You can go down into New York City or somewhere and say, okay, do this, but then you can go and you can dress in a suit. Yes. And then in a tie, and then you can go and do good business as well.
Yes. So I think that's a very good point, and that also that jarred my memory. That's one of the reasons why, I every day I promote when I'm going to work. I'm in a suit, so I'm promoting. So there's people that don't know me, they see I'm professional, and then like you said, there's times like right now where I could tone it down and relate to people who maybe never wore a suit or can't relate to the suit life, but could relate to the hoodie life like I'm wearing right now, someone more chill. So it's really and I really feel like two people times, I feel like a businessman, and then I just feel like Casey. Sometimes I forget my real name, Times in the mall where people are coming up to me every time and they're calling me sneaker teacher. They don't even know my real name. But I think that's good. I think that's a testament of, how hard I've been trying to push my brand and, relate to the people. So that definitely point.
Absolutely. So from that, how did you come up with the name Sneaker Teacher?
Love. To be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to call myself, but right. Read all the time, and Corey, my brother, rest in peace to him. He always taught me about marketing. So, he had his business, and I would just be sitting in the car amazed about how many orders were coming in and what he would do and how he would market himself. So I read this book. It was this marketing book, Hustle, Think Rich, Think Grow Rich. And it said, you need to have a slogan, because slogans catch on with people like Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin', Mike Williams, Honest Hour, it sticks. Mm-hmm. I remember when you first started your podcast and the fact that it's been called this, it stuck with me because it's honesty and it's an hour. So that's kind of your niche. It's for 60 minutes. We're going to lay it all out there, and that's that. So I said, I'm a teacher. I sell sneakers. Let me call it Sneaker Teacher. And at first I thought it was corny, to be honest. Being honest to everyone, I'm like, oh, this shit is corny. Like, Sneaker Teacher, no one's going to take me seriously. But then I said, why not? This is going to stick. I'm a teacher like forever, and everyone knows before I started this business that I'm into sneakers. Let me call myself Sneaker Teacher. And from then, it just started to stick, and I started to gain traction with it, and now I can't even see myself as another name. So amazing.
So you talked about how you began to sell the sneakers.
Yeah.
How did that? Let's marry that with how did actual business sneaker teacher begin?
Yeah.
So how did it go from hobby to, okay, this is going to be something real?
To be honest, once that money started coming in, baby. I'm being humble on here, but anyone that knows me knows I've always been about that bag. I've always been that guy, you know. So once that money started coming in, and honestly, they say a business is not a business until until it's no longer your friends. That's the real honest answer. Once it was just my friends buying, once it wasn't just my family buying or people that actually knew me buying, once it was strangers starting to hit me up, I said, you know what? Let me make this a business. But if I'm being honest, I did stop because unfortunately, you know, sometimes people are very evil and there were a lot of rumors about me and a lot going on Facebook. You know, I'm talking about when I first started. So I did get a little discouraged. Like, what's the point of doing this? Like, it's not worth it. Like, I'm a teacher. I'm making good money. I don't even need this stress. But then there was another part of me that said, you know what? There are people out there that want sneakers, love sneakers, want access to sneakers. And I'm just not going to focus on the negative because I'm sure you've dealt with negativity in your life. And that's always going to be there. So you can't let that, challenge you. So once other people from different areas, cultures, and people that weren't my friends started tapping in, I said, all right, let's turn this to a business. Let's turn the heat up. Let's put the pressure on. And I haven't looked back since. So that's really the honest answer.
Now, I know you're a Jordan guy.
Yes.
But I got to take something from Kobe because it just really matched what you said. How I'm referencing one time. I don't know if you ever seen the picture of him. He's on the bench, ice packs on his shoulders, on his left, on his elbows, and like you could tell he's hurt and he's beat up.
Yeah.
And his wife asked him, "Why do you do that and go so hard to play?" And he said, what about for those people who spent all their hard-earned money, saved all their checks to see me play one time?
Yes, exactly.
I can't let them down.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm able to be out there, I'm going to be out there.
That's one of my favorites. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's how I felt, man. I didn't want to let people down. You know, I still don't. So, you know, that's why I do this. I really take this seriously. Like it's my actual.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you first started and you, like you said, people, your family, your friends, other people were buying, strangers hitting you up. I remember you always delivering everywhere in all these places.
Don't remind don't remind me of that, man.
We got to address it before we get to how the team had started.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
So
anxiety. You just gave me anxiety.
You'd be like, because I remember seeing the post, be ready, and this, I'll be there and there. I'm like, man, this man is moving. You in Kingston, then you in Poughkeepsie, then you out in Monroe, then you in Newburgh. So obviously the orders started coming in heavier than you could handle.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like, let's call it what it is. Like if you got, because I see the videos, like 20, sometimes you get 20, 30 pairs of sneakers, and I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Yeah.
So you decided, you took initiative, and you said, okay, you realized you couldn't do it. You realized that it was too taxing on personally on your time, because like now, right? Like I'm starting to outsource some of the stuff I do, right? Because it costs time, right? So like if I go like now and do a photography job, right? There's a guy I know who can edit the pictures.
Nice.
So now what I'll do is I'll do the job and I'll send them all the pictures, and whatever that price is to edit them, I'll just add that price into the job.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then so if it's $300 and I was going to charge them $15, they're gonna get charged 18. Then when I send the pictures, I send their payment. They
Yeah.
send the pictures back.
Yes. Nice.
Things like that. You sometimes have to outsource.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pay to get to the goal.
Yes.
Now, so you have a team of 5 gentlemen, five people you trust dearly.
Yeah.
Obviously you went to school with these gentlemen or you grew up with them from childhood.
Mm.
So explain to me how you chose the gentlemen that are on the sneaker teacher team. Great logo. Personally, I think you should start selling the merch. That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I didn't even notice that.
You can teacher merch right here, everyone. A lot of people want it, but I haven't even thought about it yet. But yeah, but
so how did you choose the gentleman to which gentleman to do, and what is the process from the time the sneaker comes in to how do they get the sneaker and then the delivering process itself?
All right, got you. I'm gonna answer that. Before I answer that, I want to just say exactly what I was doing to juxtapose to show exactly why I wanted my team. So when I first started, as you saw me, be in Kingston, be ready. I would wake up at 5 in the morning every Saturday, because as you know, I teach
on your day off.
So every Saturday I will wake up 5 a.m., sometimes 4:30 a.m. and do all these deliveries myself. And I was cutting myself short because I was only charging $20 per delivery, whether it was Kingston or Newburgh, it didn't matter. And I wouldn't get home till 1 o'clock, from 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's like a full shift.
I would do this from 5 to 1 o'clock on every Saturday. So I just got exhausted. So one day I had an epiphany because, to be honest, I tell my team this all the time. I was close to stopping the business, not because there was any controversy, just because I was just exhausted and I couldn't do it anymore. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? I want a Sneaker Dash team. I want a team that's going to deliver for me.
That's the name.
I had some individuals. These are individuals that have come to my house, come to events, have done handyman work in my house, painted my house, people that I really trust. So I wanted a team, honestly, that I really trusted. That's it. I didn't care how they look like, what job they did. Just a team that was available, and a team that, had a vehicle, obviously, and a team that I could trust. So I came up with these 5 individuals who I really trust, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. And the process is simple. The only thing I do, similar to what you do, outsourcing, I I just do the marketing behind the business and actually take the order. Once the order is in, my clients, I have a spreadsheet now with my client's name, address, and phone number. And they have, all my clients have access to all my drivers, depending on who's driving that day. They contact the driver, and my driver, has a key. They have a key to my house because I trust them, obviously.
Absolutely.
And sometimes when I'm even at work, they're going through the packages now. They open the packages for me. They have a spreadsheet. They look at where it's going to, and they contact the clients. So now that's 50% less stress on me. Instead of me saying, yo, Mike Williams, your shoe is in, where you going to be? All I have to do is tell them, look at that spreadsheet. Mike Williams, 845-555-5555, Middletown, New York. They contact you, and they do all the running around for me. And they get paid too. They get paid pretty well. Yeah. So, but similar to what you did with outsourcing, how you, like your 1,800 example, 300 someone would edit. I do the same thing where my clients will pay them the delivery fee. So the good thing about this is I don't really have to pay them personally because my clients are paying them, because I built that reputation with my clients where they're going to pay the $35 fee or the 40 fee or 30 fee, depending on where it is.
So for anyone who's watching or watches back, let everyone know the prices based on the towns.
Got you. So Newburgh is $30, and the prices are based honestly just off where all my drivers actually are in Newburgh. So Newburgh has the cheapest prices because this right there. I live in Highland, so they have to come to my house and drop it back. So Newburgh is 30, Poughkeepsie is 35 because they got to cross the bridge, time, tolls, and money, and Kingston is 40. So the prices are really reasonable. And there's options also if you don't want it. And the good thing about this is it's delivered right to you. All right. You don't have to move. You could be, Mike, you could be working at Target, Pepsi, wherever you want to work and say, I need my shoe. They come right to you. That's the good thing about this service. You don't have to move 1 inch. If you want car, they put it in your car. If you want it on your step, they put it in your step. If you're at McDonald's eating a McFlurry and you want it there, they bring it right there. So that's the benefits of the service. But then there's some people may not have the $40. We have a shipping option where it's $25. They also ship for me as well. They go to the post office. I no longer go to the post office either. So they go to the post office, and that option is a little cheaper. That's $25. So there's options for all kind of budgets here.
And what about if there's any towns that aren't on that list, like Monroe, Middletown, or things of that nature?
Monroe is 40, Middletown is 40, and you much it. Anything other Albany, all that, we just ship out because it's not worth it for them for the time. But
Absolutely.
those 5 towns, but they ship all over, which is amazing, and they've been great. And I know you have to say one time, be ready, right? You haven't seen that. You haven't seen it since I started doing this. So, but they're really respectful men. And I'm getting great feedback from my clients saying that they've been respectful. So it's really a beautiful thing, not only to help my business, but to help them as well. Give them a side job. Because as you know, in this life, you need to like at least 5 different side jobs because everything is so damn expensive now.
Bro, I've got my hands tapped in like 6 things outside of my regular job. Like I'm going back to driving at work for more money on top of this show. On top of I've joined a travel agency. I'm doing the All Right Entertainment. I got a security license. I'm an ordained minister. Like,
I know.
I'm trying to just touch everything.
You have to, man. You have to. So it's been a blessing. It really has.
Absolutely. So now all that, you've obviously got your name out here, and people have obviously have taken a liking to the service. Because let's be honest, you're the only one doing this. Yeah. I don't know anyone else doing it, only because of what you just. I think I couldn't deal with locating the sneakers. That sounds even though all the business stuff you do, the marketing and promoting, but I'm sorry, I think you still have the hardest part, which is getting the sneakers, like locating them, the size, and it's like going here and there and there and there, and still keeping them at that price.
Yes. Well, especially having a full-time teaching job.
Right. And it's not like your job where you work is close to your house either.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta commute.
Yeah.
So I seen that, I seen a video a couple weeks ago with the one and only Charlie Clips uploaded.
Yes.
Still need to ask him to battle Cassidy for your own purpose.
Yeah.
Your own personal reference. But he spoke very highly about you guys doing some work together. So before we get into what that is and everything that entails, how did it come about? Like I seen the status. You said, I'm about to meet Charlie Clips next week. And then like 4 days later after that status, there's Charlie Clips talking about you.
Yeah,
getting ready to do some work. So how did it come about?
Well, I was just determined. First off, I want to say thank you for believing in me, because when I first put that status up, there were a lot of people that didn't believe me. He's lying or whatever. So, it really warmed my heart to actually go through with it. But I met Charlie Clips because I know his best. All right. I'm a huge battle rap fan. So if anyone doesn't know, Goods the Animal, we're from the same cities, from the Bronx. We were born in the same place. And I actually met Goods. I have a great relationship with Goods. I always supported his business, and it was just me supporting his business. I wasn't trying to get anything out of it at the time. It was just me supporting his business. So Goods endorsed me, and I asked him. I said, I think Charlie Clips is a cool guy. He's very outgoing and he's known. You think you could, set a meeting up with me and Clips? Because sometimes in life, as you know, you just got to go for it. And if it's a
Worst
no,
thing to say is no.
yes. If it's a
Worst thing
no,
to say is no.
and he said, you know what? I'll see what I could do. Next thing you know, I get a message from Charlie Clips on Instagram. And I'm like, this ain't real.
Yo, you always do that. Yo.
It felt like a dream. And then he left the voice note like, yo, this is like, I'm like, yo, that's Clips. Like, so I was
Like,
fan.
legit.
I'm into battle rap, and anyone knows Clips is in the Mount Rushmore of battle rap, and he's on Wild now. And I was, I was happy. And then I called him. I said, can I call you? I know you're busy. I'm acting all hesitant, like he don't want to talk to little old me. And he's like, yeah, fight, just give me a minute, Then I called him. I told him my vision. I put it all out there. I said, my name's Casey. I'm a teacher of 10 years. I have a business, and I really feel that, you could help me market, and, we could not only market together, but, we could do business together. I'm very, strong-minded. I'm very, I can't get the word. What's the word for, I'm very focused. There we go. I'm very focused, and I would love to do business with you. I laid out my plan. I said, you like money? I made some jokes. I said, we could make money together. He started laughing. He said, I'll see what I could do. Next thing you know, I sent him some paperwork, and we got the deal done. And we started doing business together, and we still do business together. And it's really humbling. I took that from my brother because he was doing business with celebrities, Amber Rose and Beyonce and people like that. So the fact that I had, a celebrity, someone on Wild 'N Out doing business with me, it really humbled me. So we started doing business. We talk all the time, at least, once a week. And he really has helped me gain more clients just off the fact that, of his name. And we started a foundation together. So it's been really great.
So you started a foundation.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with what that means. So you could just kind of explain, at least for me and the audience, what exactly that means when you start a foundation.
Love it, man. So yeah, my foundation is called the Sneaker Teacher Foundation. And what a foundation is basically it's a vault of money that helps others. I'm a teacher first before the sneaker stuff. And I really believe, for me at least, education is the pivotal point that has made me successful. So I'm trying to give as much people education as possible. And there's some students and people who can't afford education. So we came up with the Sneaker Teacher Foundation. So now all sales, big or small, every last portion of a sale, for example, if you bought a shoe from me or whoever buys shoes from me, 10% of the sale goes in the Sneaker Teacher Foundation. So that's money that we touch. It's me and Clips, we run it. We raised about $1,800 already in about a month. So what happens is with that money, we search families in need. Like, for example, last week we helped a family get, textbooks. There's a student going to actually Orange County Community College, and they couldn't afford courses. They couldn't afford textbooks. We took care of that for them. So it's just something small for now before it grows. We know we can't reach everybody realistically because obviously we can't, but just to help as much people as we can, we created a Sneaker Teacher Foundation. So that's legit. We have our LLC and everything. And, it's really good for me to take sneakers and give back to the community. That's what I'm all about. Also, like, as much as I love the flash and love, getting my money and doing my business, I wanted to help others. And this is a way I could do that just by selling sneakers.
Wow. That's really deep and tuned.
Yeah.
And my thing is this, that's very honorable because not a lot of people have the far sight to like say, okay, how can I do things better?
Yes.
How can I set it up and make this the thing?
Yes.
How can I know I'm doing a business, but also help people who aren't in this
Yes.
business?
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of people who are in need, but there's not a lot of people who are willing to help.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you personally have been like people will say you're blessed, which I agree with, but your blessing didn't come without hard work. like
Yes.
like I said, I've known your brother since seventh grade. So and I think I met, yeah, I think I went into your house for the first time in eighth grade, which means you were in sixth grade at the time. We used to play basketball all the time outside, sweating. And I can honestly say, seeing everything, just I remember all the statuses about your grades in college and really putting in the work. Your blessings didn't come without work and time. And you were able to put in the work, you were able to put in the time, you were able to put in the dedication to your craft and make sure that you did everything you could to get to where you wanted to go. And when you got there, that wasn't enough, which you could have just simply said, I just want to be a teacher. No, you went and got a bachelor's. You went and got a master's. Did you get a doctorate?
No, no, no.
I couldn't remember. I
Yeah,
couldn't remember.
I know. But
So
it's
you
about being consistent. Like, and that's what I commend you about. I remember when I first, you to bring it to you, you wanted to do a podcast, and I told you just be consistent, and I can't believe it's been since March since I've been on here. That shows how much episodes you have done and how consistent you have to be. Because a lot of people would stop after episode 3 and be like, "Yeah, I can't do this," because it is a lot of work. I'm sure it's a lot of preparation you have to do to make sure that you're right. So I commend you as well, man. And that's what I tell everyone. You just have to be consistent. You don't have to be the best, but you have to be consistent. You have to be able to work harder than that other person. And that's something I always had and I always will have. I will always work hard no matter what. So
absolutely. It's kind of like, I like I said, I hate to keep using Kobe, but it just is befitting because your work ethic is so much like his. Like there was a story of Jay Williams. He's in the gym and he's shooting around. So then he's seen Kobe in there. And
hmm
he's like, I finished working out and then I sat down, I just watched, and he was doing like game like moves and doing
yeah.
this and that. And then, then that night he bust our ass. He had like 48 points. And I had to know. I said, Kobe, like, why were you going so hard like that? And he goes, I seen you come in. And I wanted you to know that I'm going to work harder than you and longer than you.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
That's the beast right there, man.
how is that, the thing? Like, So the other thing I want you to tell people is, if you don't mind, explaining your process and your rules if anyone watches this back and wants to order a sneaker.
Sure. So, like I said, the sneakers aren't on hand. I used to have a model when I first started, and it was only like for 2 weeks. It was stressful, where you would tell me what you want. I would have things on hand. But what happened was when it was time to pay, babysitter money came or bill money came, and I'm ending up losing money. So I said, I never want to be in that position again. So my process is simple. You tell me what sneaker you want. For example, if you want these yellow fours, Casey, I want these yellow fours. That's the first step. It's a 3-step process. You show me the shoe you want, then you send the money. Yes, you must send the money first, as we explained earlier in the interview. That's non negotiable, it's no deposit. If you're someone that doesn't trust me, that's fine. I don't argue with potential clients. If you don't trust sending the money, that's fine. But if you're writing me, this is my process. You have to send the money secondly, and then you wait. And then the wait process is about 10 days. It used to be 14 days, but now it's about 10 days, sometimes even less than that, because Now, since I'm more known in the circuits, I'm able to get my hands on stuff quicker than when I first started. It used to be like 14 to like 21 days. Now we're looking at like 8 to 12 days, not business days, literally after you send the payment. So that's it. And then once the shoe comes in, my team will contact you. I no longer will contact you, but my team will contact with you in regards to your shoe, and you can get it delivered or you can get it shipped. So that's pretty much the process. The benefit of it's just like ordering online. I do have a website also, sneakerteacher.com, to make things easier for some people, but a lot of people just order directly through me.
You know, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
To just have that option for people so that
Yeah.
they get what they want, you know, not have to pay $1 million
Yes.
and just enjoy their goods, right?
Or their goods.
You know. So now obviously it can't stop here. We're about to enter a new year. What is the next step for Sneaker Teacher to go to the next level?
I got some things in store. I don't know if I want to say it, but I guess I get you an exclusive.
You listen.
I got you.
You don't have to spill it all. Just a little piece, little something.
I'm gonna spill something.
Little bit. Now, I don't want you to give all the bread. Just a little bit.
Deserve it. You work hard. This could be breaking news on hour. You deserve it.
Appreciate you.
I'm looking at getting into a store in Miami in May.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
So you know I always got something going on.
Okay.
Been in talks, so their talks are going well. And I'm also looking at a referral system to bring me in more clients. So those are the two things I'm doing in 2025, where clients can now be making money with me. So for example, Mike Williams, hey, Peter, I got someone that sells sneakers. Peter orders. I not only get paid, but you get paid for bringing me Peter.
Okay.
Working out the kinks on that, making a referral bonus system. So those are the two major things I got going on in 2025. And eventually, 2027, I want to make money in my sleep and I don't want to do anything. So eventually I'm going to have a marketer for me that does everything that I'm doing. And I just want to be back teaching and still have my name, still have my logo, still have Sneaker Teacher, but not be the main face behind it. So those are my eventual goals that I want to do.
Have you ever considered this? This is kind of like an epiphany to me.
Yeah.
This could be a lot of technical work, but it's just an idea. Have you ever thought of having a website with all the inventory that you're able to get, and then they order from the website, and then you know what I mean?
Sure. I'm actually gonna work with Najee Keenan. I don't know if you know him. He's a genius in Newburgh, but he knew about AI before AI existed. So we're working on something, as we speak, to have AI actually bring in clients or whatever. So he's developing a software for me. So I'm always trying to go to the next level. My goal is to get a second house. My goal is to get a better car. My goal is to, be with you when you blow up, when the Honest Hour goes crazy. I don't want you to forget about me when this goes.
Nah, never that. Because my goal is to get, like, next year we're starting in-person shows. So now, like, right now, what happened?
I love that.
Yeah, right now it's going to be, there's select guests who want an in-person show. So we're going to start with those, and then I'm hoping that my financial situation will just go where I'm looking for it to go, and then I can do every every episode in person. It's going to be produced. It's going to be real good. So we're working out here.
I will take you to the next level, man. I'm happy. I'm proud, man. Just to see how far this has gone, man. For you, like speaking of businesses, you like when it first started, it was Instagram Live, no logo. Now you got a logo. You seem to have it situated. You know, things are improving. So that's really good news to hear, man. For you.
Absolutely. I take it serious, very serious.
Yes.
So now we got about 10 minutes. And I usually play this game in the beginning.
Yeah.
We didn't play it last time. It
Yeah.
didn't become a game until like Rich came on, which was like episode 8.
Yeah.
So you didn't get
play. I want to play.
you was probably thinking like, damn, he ain't gonna play the game.
Yeah.
He's like,
I want to play.
He's like, everyone else gets the game. Like, well, what kind of shit is this? Nah, no, it's just for me. If I don't know my topic as personally, like we were brothers, man. Let's cut blank, period, point blank, period. I don't need to break the ice, but with a guest I don't know as well, I usually played in the beginning to break the ice. Plus, I wanted to make sure we got through all the sneaker stuff before we got to the game.
And real quick, Benji, you know what I mean?
Benji, what's going on?
This is my dog Benji. He's helped me with my business too. He made me happy. Say hi. There he is.
What's going on? All right. It's time. You ready?
He's mad. I'm ready, man.
Tupac or DMX?
Pac. Is that even a question? The fuck? I don't want. If I want to hear dogs barking, I would just pick mine up. I ain't trying to hear all that. Pac for sure, man.
Rakim or KRS-One?
Rakim.
Big Daddy Kane or LL Cool J?
LL. LL is the most influential rapper of all time. LL.
It's funny because he just said that recently. He's like, when he dies, people will realize how influential he was.
Yeah.
Like he was really that dude. I mean, he's still that dude. His new album is crazy. Common or Most Def?
Common.
Ghostface Killah or Method Man?
Method Man.
Nas or Eminem?
Shady. For sure.
Biggie or Jay-Z?
I'm not really huge fans of both, if I'm being honest, but I'm gonna say Hov.
You say Hov, okay. J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
J. Cole. I don't like Kendrick. I don't like his damn sounds he be making. He be saying, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Nah, J. Cole. You know what I mean? He always be making some sounds like, I hate when he be doing that.
Like, nah, bro. Let's pass on that. I ain't here for all that. Just rap what you're gonna rap and call it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Jadakiss or Scarface?
Kiss or who?
Scarface.
Oh, Kiss. Yeah. Kiss.
Andre 3000 or Black Thought?
3 Stacks.
Now I already know what you're gonna say on this one, but I'm gonna ask anyway, just because it's here. Lil Wayne or Busta Rhymes?
Wheezy.
I knew it.
Wheezy. That's not even a question.
He said Wheezy.
Now, if we're talking about that's a debate, but if we're talking about Wheezy, there's no debate. There's no.
He's like that ain't even a question. Like,
yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like that ain't even a question. So now, hold up. Okay. Kanye West or Drake?
Oh, that's a hard one, man.
Oh, finally, I got one.
That's a hard one right there, man. Because let me tell you, both artists got me through some tough stuff. Drake got me through a lot of relationship stuff, like I'm sure relationship stuff. And Kanye, like the inspiration, he kind of like reminds me of myself in terms of like, yo, you know, a lot of people love us, a lot of people hate us, but can't deny us. So I relate to that kind of stuff. Damn, if I had to choose one, damn, that's hard. I gotta say Drake, cause Take Care is one of my favorite albums of all time.
His best album.
One of my favorite albums of all time. So I gotta say Drake by a hair.
Okay. Babyface or Keith Sweat?
Face.
Donnell Jones or Music Soul Child?
Donnell Jones.
Jill Scott or Erykah Badu?
Jill Scott with that challenge she did, but Badu with the music.
Sade or Shaka Khan?
Shaka, yes.
Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder?
Stevie.
All right, these last three, I already kind of know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna ask: R. Kelly or Usher?
The fucking king of fucking R&B, R motherfucking Robert Sylvester Kelly. All right, there's no debate. R. Kelly.
Whitney Houston or Aretha Franklin?
Whitney Houston. Best voice ever.
Should I even pair Michael Jackson with anybody? Should I even say who he's paired with?
No, don't. You already know. Michael Jackson over everybody. So,
I got a couple basketball ones here for you. Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady?
Vinsanity. Vince Carter.
Shaq or Tim Duncan?
Shaq.
Dwayne Wade or Allen Iverson?
Iverson.
Magic or Bird?
Magic.
Steve Nash or John Stockton?
Stockton.
Ray Allen or Klay Thompson?
Allen.
Kevin Durant or Carmelo Anthony?
Melo.
David Robinson or Hakeem Olajuwon?
The Dream.
Kawhi Leonard or James Harden?
I need someone that actually plays basketball. James Harden.
Chris Paul or Gary Payton?
Who are Gary Payton?
Chris Paul or Gary Payton?
Chris Paul.
Oh, man. And rightfully so. I want you to order this last one.
Got you.
Obviously, MJ first.
Yeah.
So it's MJ, Kobe, and LeBron. How would you order the last two?
The same way you just said it. MJ, Kobe, LeBron.
Fair enough. So now, oh man, there's a lot in here. So now, I want to know, before we sign off of here, I don't know if I was doing this when you were first on. I end each episode with a positive, or actually, first, I'm sorry, I always mess that up. For anyone who doesn't know, even though you said it throughout the interview, if they want to order a sneaker or find you to order a sneaker, what are the handles and the locations to find you and order a sneaker?
Everything consistent. Just hit me up. My Facebook is Casey Keenan, but my Snapchat and Instagram and Cash App is Sneaker Teacher 3. Just spell it the correct way. Sneaker Teacher 3. You hit me up on Snap. You hit me up on Instagram. I got you guys. I'm very accessible. So
And it's right there. My finger won't go that direction, but it's right on the screen.
yeah,
Has it written there, Sneaker Teacher 3. So I end each episode with a positive, uplifting message. It's something for you to say to the audience who's watching now or who might watch this back that's uplifting and
yeah.
positive. Here's yours, my brother.
Thank you, man. I love how you ended with that. My message is simple to everyone watching. If you have a dream, you got to go after it. All right. Too many people have excuses. I can't do something because I don't have a car, or I'm not making enough money, or TikTok is being banned, or there's plenty of excuses that could go around. If you want a dream, you have to go after it. And you may fall short in the beginning, you may fall short in the middle, maybe even towards the end, but you're never going to reach your dream if you don't even try. So my message is you need to try for your dream, try for your goals, really believe in yourself. If the other people don't believe in you, that's fine. The moment you stop believing in yourself and that flicker of flame dies, it's over. Because once the flicker of flame dies, you can't ignite it back. A lot of people don't realize that. You're going to need someone else to light it back. When you blow out those candles, those birthday candles, which are symbolic of hope and inspiration, you can't re-blow the candles out, right? The candles can't come back. So the candles represent inspiration. And I don't want anyone to ever lose that flicker of flame and that flicker of hope. You could do anything you put your mind to. Take it from me, just a kid, from the Bronx and Newburgh, come from a great family, but I was just a kid trying to be a teacher, and now I'm a teacher, author, and I have a sneaker empire. You could do anything you put your mind to. Just be inspired and don't give up, and be consistent. Don't give up on yourself. That's my message I give to everyone. Try to be positive. There's a lot of negativity in the world. Try to have positive people around you and just continue your dreams and goals, and you could achieve anything you put your mind to.
And I usually end there, but I have to just, if you don't mind, piggyback something off of that, because you said two things in there that really made sense. There's a guy I know, he was on this show. His name is Big Veg.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's a top tier interviewer, photographer, videography, you name it, he does it. And he was telling a story when he was on here about how he did a job for photography in the city, and he went to like a 7-Eleven and he left his camera bag.
Wow.
Went to the train station to go back, come back. He's from like Nyack or Nanuet. Come back up, and then realized before he's about to get on the train or the bus, whichever one it was, that he left the camera bag. Ran back, it was gone. Then long story short, he ended up getting two cameras. Like he ordered one because he was losing clients and they didn't send it right away. And then he called and they were like, all right, we're sending it out. They figured he got lost or stolen. Then he had two cameras. But the thing is, he don't drive.
Yeah.
He don't drive. And he's everywhere. He finds a way to get everywhere and make time to do it. So like, there's just no, like you said, no excuse. And then like I'm very inspired by people around me. Like you're an inspiration. I've told you that plenty of times. Moochie is an inspiration. Just her drive and what she does. I don't know if you know Lady Miz, another inspiration. She was on this show as well because she just has so many different businesses. And like, so like she does podcasting and she has a potato chip business like called Raw Snacks. Oh God, she makes music. She does the production. She's got a writers and authors publishing
Love it. Yeah.
And like when we're interviewing her and I are talking, she goes, yeah, and I still work a 9 to 5. I'm gonna go, wait, what?
Yeah,
what? Like I'm like, what? You do all that and still find time to work this 9 to 5 and do everything and be a mother and be a wife and you're like so there's no excuse.
Yeah.
You just got to make it happen. The only one stopping you is you.
Exactly.
That's how I see it.
Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Who's gonna win? You know, it's about. So
Absolutely.
that's what I pride my life on. Yeah, you got to make the best of and do the best you can.
Absolutely. You only play the card you were dealt. And
Yeah,
I also believe though still, even if the card you dealt wasn't the hand for you, you can always make that hand work for you.
yeah, exactly.
I like now I just invite myself to tables. I don't ask, I just invite myself.
That's
You
good.
know,
You,
open up doors. I don't knock, I just open them. Just go through them.
I love it, man. I'm proud of you. So,
Appreciate that.
yes,
Well, my brother, it's always a pleasure. I
always.
love you, bro.
Oh, you too, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna hit you up after this. Thank you for the opportunity. Shout out to Honest. You need me to do to promote the brand or help you grow. You just let me know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you never know, man. Maybe we can work out some kind of sponsorship or something down the road. One
Yeah,
hand can wash the other. I don't know. I'm just learning about that kind of stuff now. So
yeah. Well, definitely, man. I appreciate you, and thank you for
definitely.
everything. I really appreciate this. I had fun, like always.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to thank anyone in the crowd who watched, anyone's going to watch this back. It looks like we got one more episode left for the year. That's going to be next Thursday. People are crazy in this podcast world. There's Christmas episodes,
I
New
know.
Year's Day episodes. I'm like, y'all are bugging. Like, I respect it. I respect it, but I ain't doing it on Christmas Day.
Enjoy yourself, man.
You know what I'm saying? So next Thursday, I will be back. Tuesday, we will not have an episode as that is Christmas Eve. So Thursday, I will be back with Vanessa Cheatham, also known as VVC. She's a model. She's an actress. She's a rapper, and she's a dope vibe. So if you're not busy, then check me out. Then hit up Sneaker Teacher. Get your sneakers, and everyone have a good night. Be blessed. Be safe. We'll see you on the flip side.
All right, Mike. Appreciate you guys. Everyone tap in, Sneaker Teacher. Anything what you need, your sneaker needs. Thanks so much, man. Honest Hour. We're going all the way up. Appreciate you, man.
Great.
Talk.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Definitely.
Later.
Later.